Glory to the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. Today I would like to speak on the topic of rites and rituals. When you are dealing with rites and rituals, usually there is an idol that is involved. And we know that the Hebrews, that we were put back into slavery to serve wood and stone. I would like to discuss this from a religious point of view through Christianity. I'll be reading from the Wisdom of Solomon, and it reads, Again, one preparing himself to sail and about to pass through the raging waves, calleth upon a piece of wood more rotten than the vessel that carrieth him. For verily desire of gain devised that, and the workman built it by his skill. But thy providence, O Father, govern it, for thou hast made a way in the sea, and a safe path in the waves, showing that thou canst save from all danger. Yet through a man went to sea without art. Nevertheless, thou wouldest not that the works of thy wisdom should be idle, and therefore do men commit their lives to a small piece of wood, and passing the rough sea in a weak vessel are saved. For in the old time also, when the proud giants perished, the hope of the world governed by the hand escaped in a weak vessel, and left to all ages a seed of generation. For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh, but that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it as he that made it, he because he made it, and it because being corruptible it was called God. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation. Because of the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination, and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as the Most High, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus in a process of time an ungodly custom, grown strong, was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from afar, and made an express image of a king, whom they honored, to the end that by this forwardness they might flatter him that was absent, as if he were present. Here we have the wisdom of Solomon, and Solomon is telling us that there was a man who set sail in a piece of wood, a rotten vessel because of its purpose. This was none other than Christopher Columbus. He made a way through the sea and through the waves, through danger. And he's saying that men perish, likewise, such as the giants in their time. But yet, the hope of the world governed by the hand escaped in a weak vessel, and left to all ages a seed of generation. However, we know that the righteous that escaped through a wooden vessel was none other than Noah and his sons and their wives. This is why Solomon stated, Blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh. He's talking about Noah. He's making the distinction between Noah and Christopher Columbus, and if you follow me, you'll see where I'm coming from when it reads next. He said, which was made with hands is cursed, and because they made it, it was cursed, and it was corruptible, and they called it the Most High. They put up a painting and they call it Most High. And he stated that whoever made it is going to be punished, and there's going to be a visitation on the Gentiles because of this piece that they put up as an abomination and a stumbling block to the souls of men, because people worship this image today. And how do we know that this is a man they put up? Because Solomon told us, a father afflicted with untimely mourning, which he hath made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a God, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. This is your Christianity. This is Pope Alexander the Fifth or Sixth of Rome. He put up this painting of his son as Christ, the Borgias, or the Borgias, however you want to pronounce them. He put up this painting because he died at a very early age, I think, in war. And they put this painting up, and people made ceremonies and sacrifices until this picture during the Renaissance age, which means rebirth, renew. Because before then, Edom or the Edomites were not ruling, therefore they call it the Dark Ages. But when they came back from their isolation, they created this painting because the Pope himself considered him to be the Most High, and so he put up his son as Christ. And through that, they, once again, like I said, they practiced ceremonies and sacrifices. And we know this because it says, thus in process of time an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. We know, I think it was like in 1962 that the United States passed Sunday law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, and people and the presidents and these rulers executed these laws. Remember, he should think to change times and laws. Whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt afar, they took the counterfeit of his visage from afar, and made an express image of a king, which they honored, to the end by their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present, as also the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. So people still did this in light of this dead man and Pope. They took his appearance, which was his visage, and bowed down to it. For he, peradventure, willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. And so the multitude, allured by grace of work, took him now for a power which a little before was but honored. And this was an occasion to deceive the whole world for men, serving either calamity or tyranny, did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in great war of ignorance, thus so great plagues called they peace. For while they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another traitorously, or grieved him by adultery, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling our souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanliness, For the worship of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For insomuch as their trust is in idols, which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. Albeit for both causes shall they be justly punished, but because they thought not well of the Most High, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness, for it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punisheth always the offense of the ungodly. So we know that through a weak, rotten vessel, that a man set sail on the sea, on the raging waves. He brought religion, the northern kingdom that was here in Azareth or America. And we know that that vessel was cursed because he brought nothing but curses upon the northern kingdom of Israel. And we know that the blessed wood where the righteous came out of was Noah and his family. And we know that which is made with hands is cursed. The corruptible thing was they put up this image as the Son of the Most High. And there will be a visitation on the Gentiles that are still upholding this abomination and adhering it as a stumbling block to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise. They put up this image and they worship this image as the living Son of the Most High and deceive the whole nations with this. So we know these rites and ceremonies. You have all your secret societies out there that participate in certain things. The Most High has uncovered the hiding places of this nation that participates in such things. Your Bohemian Grove, your Illuminati, you have all your secret societies, Freemasonry, and all that kind of mess that participate in these rites and rituals. And they usually have an image. If it's not that image of Caesar Borgia, the son of Alexander, Pope Alexander, the 5th or 6th of Rome, it's usually a fashion of Satan or one of his demons or something like that of that nature. And so they participate in these rites and these rituals. And these things are stumbling blocks, especially to the children of Israel. These Gentiles, if you don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, you're going to perish with these secret societies. And believe it or not, yes, Christianity and religion is part of this type of ceremonies and sacrifices, these strange rites. And this is why we have to come out of this way of spirituality, because this thing is about to be in full force. Prophecy is taking place, and those who have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying.